Greetings, fellow Corsairs. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle, Episode 49, Preparing for Conquest.
Right at the start of the stream, I am abandoning the Jade Outpost because it is infested with elementals, and I don't want to have to listen to fight music constantly. So, it's gone. Because, yeah, forget the fight music. We are getting the last of Tal's gear all set. He is just waiting on some enchanting gems, and then we're going to go on a warpath. So we currently know of 2 colonies. We have 1 elf colony and 1 man colony, or colony of man, or whatever. And, well, that's where we're headed with a necromancer. What's the golem tab do? Absolutely nothing, because golems are disabled in this series. So, literally, it does nothing. Very fancy, right? What am I listening to? The gem... Yeah, that's just the gem crafting. So we've been trying to train Stickiest as much as we can so that he is capable once he becomes his lich form. By doing mentoring, like, constantly. Trying to bring him up to snuff, because he's a baby mage. He's a baby mage, but with a lot of potential, so we're trying to raise his potential, in other words. Giving him magic lessons, let's say. So we have been focusing on raise undead, as that is more or less what Sauron sent us here to do, which is to raise an army of the undead and take over the island. So that's my plan with Stickiest as a result, is to make sure that he is properly ready with an undead army. At this point, I would say grinding his spirit, it sounds weird, but raising his base mana is going to be the biggest thing for him to be able to raise more undead. So although there's a lot of other options for how you should level up, I think that's the one I'm going to pick. Now I forget, who's the one... Okay, Thomas and Stickiest are fine. I think it's J-Fry that can't talk to Stickiest. They all have their own little squabbles and the like. You know. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Thomas. Okay. J-Fry, what about you? We also have Guero that sort of like gave up on the colony and was arrested. And we have Nerdis, and I'm not going to deal with Nerdis. I am deciding that Nerdis dies. Missing a lung, missing a toe, don't really care. So we'll chop her up for parts. That's what I want to do, so that's what we're doing. Sorry, Nerdis. Also, it's worth noting, the Nerdis, to join us, would need to fully convert, and then be enslaved, and then be given a gem, and then be recruited. I mean, it's going to take more than a stream, so Nerdis dies. Way easier just to heart harvest. In fact, we don't even right now have a supply of hearts, so kind of serves a purpose. All right, looking at these spells here. It also would be wise for everybody to level up as much as they can prior to essentially the war. We're going to war, you know? So let's be ready for that. Maybe give you some sprint. Okay, all of the gems of holding for Tal are done. We wanted to just raise his mana potential as well, because he has some very useful spells, and wanted to make sure that he didn't run out on the warpath. There's also, of course, the issue that, like, when we're out and about, it might actually be tough to provide the sort of services and recreation and meal quality and all that people have come to expect. So it's going to be tough to be on the road because our people are soft and weird now. Why are you wandering? Oh, there you go. Now you're moving around. All right, Stickiest. Who else can train you? Mentor magic by Madzi. That'd be weird, because Madzi... they don't get along. No one really gets along with Stygius. That's the TLDR. So let's go through the entire roster, making sure that everybody that has experience that can be allocated, allocates it. And then we're going to go attack stuff. I know, sounds so very straightforward, but yeah, that's how it will be. So for those that like don't want to talk to Stickiest, like maybe, oh, yeah, okay. It uses the cooldown, so never mind. I was going to say maybe we'll try to train Thomas or something, but that ship has sailed. We do now have a baby mage too, Dastardly Dave, who just joined. And then, of course, Fangface, who is an animal familiar of Crimson. The two most recent members. So if I'm not mistaken, it looks like we are all set. I'm going to start to take spells like Blink off of autocast so that we can start to amass as much mana. Because mana is essentially our ammunition when we go out on the warpath. So amass as much mana as we can, readying ourselves. I personally know, because I set up this continent, that there are more than 2 settlements. How many more is for you guys to find out, but my point is I want to get started sooner than later. Let's do a gear check and update the priority of prepare to go on a warpath. So any gear that is likely to be destroyed or whatever in the first battle, I'm going to use spells to maintain. So anything like in the 60 range or low 70s. It looks pretty good so far. Nothing standing out to me as needing maintenance. Nothing at all. That's actually kind of surprising. Weird, like, honestly, it's a little weird that nobody has gear that needs maintenance. Okay, I will take it. And we have lots of dried meat, 564 and more on the racks coming, because we've been doing a lot of hunting to prepare for this fight. So that should not be an issue. X-Gamer and Kiba, thank you for the 3 subs. So the first closest settlement is Ankleworth, a Gondorian faction base. All right, I would say at daybreak. At daybreak we march. Now, I'm not going to send everybody. I don't want to leave the base completely undefended, because that doesn't sound like a smart idea. One of the things we're probably going to want, again, because we have fussy members, is some bedding. So maybe not at daybreak, because there's some preparation that will need to be done. So taking a look at my fabrics, regular old leather I have plenty of, so let's make some leather bedrolls. So we're going to want, if Tal and Turnip both come, we're going to want 2 double bedrolls there, and Bergen and Crimson. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll leave Bergen and Crimson behind. I mean, Crimson's a very heavy hitter, though. So maybe I'll bring Crimson. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll bring Shield. You know, I think Shield should stay behind. He's a very heavy hitter, but because of that, if he stays behind, he can keep the base safe. So then let's do Madzi, leaving as Galdir. I don't think melee is going to be as prominent in this fight than ranged, if I was to guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would, of course, bring Stickiest, so that's 6. We need 1 more bedroll. We'll do J-Fry, 2 bedrolls, and Dave. So 3 more leather bedrolls. And I'll probably forget that list. But, you know, c'est la vie. I don't want to bring everyone, because obviously we need the stronghold defended. So, just bring enough to get the job done. What is going on with you guys in food? We don't have meals, so eat the dried meat and berries. I've been pretty bad at, like, making sure that we have... And in this case, we're just, like, straight up out of vegetables. Providing proper meals for everybody has been tough. Can someone put stone skin on Crimson? Yeah, I could have Thomas cast it. The thing is, like, I'm not going to be taking a lot of risks necessarily out on the warpath. You know, like, I'm not trying to capture anyone or anything like that. So there's far less risk to individuals because I'm not going out of my way to make sure that certain people survive or we get hearts or whatever. We're killing everyone. So it should be a lot easier to avoid accidents, let's say. There we go. He has stone skin now. Which doesn't honestly help that much when the bows are like super ridiculous rapid fire, but whatever. We can pretend. There he goes. All right, hauling the beds to the stockpile. And then we'll pack up. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm planning on, depending on food, it might be possible to do a march to both. So I will consider that. Let's form a caravan. So Crimson, Bergen, Tall, Turnip, Madsy, J Fry, Dave. I believe that was my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Crimson, ooh, that's a thing. If Crimson's going to a ring Fang phase, I think, you know what? Yeah, we will. Days of food have not, oh, you know, Fang face, what are you allowed to eat? Raw meat and corpses? Yeah, okay, that becomes an issue. I think we simply won't be able to feed you on the trip, because it's not like we have raw meat and corpses to bring in a refrigerated truck. Like, why would that even be the diet? I don't get it. Whatever. I'm not going to think about it too hard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 beds. And then, of course, Stickiest. I don't know how I forgot him, because, you know, kind of needed. It looks to me, without caravanning animals, that our days of food is really not that sufficient, given the care weight and everything. That is a bit of a concern. I don't know how far we get off of this. So we might need some beasts of burden just to lighten our burden. And currently there is no such on this map tile. So current priority right now is prepare to go on the warpath by taming beasts. I could do a bunch of strong back, but like I'm not bringing a lot of stamina users, so that's not helpful. It would sound helpful, but like when only one person can cast it of the whole group, that's ultimately not helpful. So let me consider what we're taming. So one of the issues of what we're taming is they're going to need berries. Luckily, we can forage for berries. It's April, May, so that's not an issue. So we want someone that can have high animal skills. Oddly enough, that would be like Stickiest, but Stickiest is going to stay home. So maybe Crimson and J Fry go out real quick to get some like horses or donkeys or anything. Because without that, we just don't carry enough food with us. There are no current pack animals on this map tile, as I just showed. So we have to go find them. It is also a micro opportunity to potentially get some more training in for Stickiest, which is not terrible. Getting him to be as strong as possible. There's a lot of animals around the base. Also looks like we need to do some just general hunting. Because there's some meat racks. So we'll just hunt whatever's left on this map tile. With wands. And C2 Keep, thank you for the resub too. So Crimson and J-Fry are out, looking for animals. Something I hadn't anticipated. If I was to try to attack Ankleworth, it's a 3-day travel, but of course there's the return trip. So let's call it 6.5 days at least. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna need more carry weight. Because we aren't gonna have food for the attack and return at the rate we're going. Shouldn't be too hard to get some animals up. Maybe what I'll do is have the other mages, because mentor magic helps most when they're really low level. So having the other mages mentor Dave because he's brand new. And everybody hates Stickiest because he's like a necromancer, and apparently necromancers have no social skills. Who knew? So that will help too. All right, Dave, what level are you in now? 7? Yeah, you're jumping up. So amp's full, and then maybe I'll work on a lightning bolt. Also, continually hunting all the critters on this map tile might, tiny chance, allow it to be refreshed with carriers. You know, like boomalopes or muffalo or horses or something like that that we can use to haul. Maybe. We did have a Mumakil, but the Mumakils weren't carry capacity animals like I thought they were. They were just haulers, like wargs or direwolves would be, which is not what we need. So they are very close. They're just a third of the day away. So a little bit of a delay. A logistics delay. Because even the armies of Sauron have logistical problems. Stands to reason, right? It is going to be fun using all of the absolutely ridiculously overpowered abilities in massacring settlements. You both orcs? Yeah. Mordor orc fighter? Well, yeah, if that's what you call a fighter. And then, oh yeah, you're both pretty pathetic. I could see why you were sent out as visitors and not warriors. No warpath for you. You don't even know what the right end of a spear is. Big hint, it's the pointy bit. Alright. Cross your fingers that there's some animals here that will be useful to us. Let's hope. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of alpaca. That will work. Let's go ahead and get one gender so I don't end up with a bunch of like pregnant alpaca. And because they're slower when they're pregnant. Okay. So in order to tame them, what else is, oh man, there's like a bear on top of us. So we did actually grab some berries on the way over, which is going to be useful. All right, dead bear. So you guys are going to grab the berries that you picked on the trip over and tame some alpaca who happen to be in a cave. Cave alpaca. Yeah, that makes sense. And then once you tame them, hitch them here. How much weight can they carry? Okay. That should be helpful. Each alpaca is like adding 2 more people to the roster. And there's alpaca 1. I could also just tame, just to make this faster, I'll tame all of them and then like sterilize them once we're back home. It's a 51% chance. And I just attempted 4 and 5. So I got like a, we're not running at 50% here. Which one did you... Oh, you failed at all of it, and it was just some random wild boar that was like, all right, I'll join. Seems like you're looking for people to join, right? It's like, not you. You're dead. There we go. There's alpaca 2. And I'm not going to name these critters. It's not a very Sauron thing to do, to keep alpaca pets. All right, there's 3. And I'm being attacked by coastal elf. Just call it what it is, coastal elf. Okay, Crimson, as soon as you're done eating, we're gonna go kill someone. Well, you are. I'm not. No, I think it's going after J-Fry. There's a lot of Death Stinger Hornets here, too. J-Fry got a number 4. 4 is probably pretty good. So we got male. Oh, you have a stabs. Oh, it's a stab scar, but it doesn't slow you down, so that's fine. Female. Got it. Here, what's your range? So I can stand here. You're dead. Bye-bye. And how's it going back home? Everyone mentoring the newbie? Giving him pointers about how to cast the correct direction? And then Tal will just keep doing mentoring on Stickiest. Pretty much everyone else hates Stickiest, so it makes it really hard to mentor him with anyone else. So, 6 alpaca, that seems pretty good to me. I'm going to pack this alpaca pack up and pack up to return to the pack. Did I confuse you? Did I lose you? Because if so, that's entirely understandable. Alright, that is some pretty good carry weight. So 35 each for each alpaca. Not the ideal animal, if I'm honest, but it will work anyway. Hey, Crimson. Speaking of which, thank you for the resub. Almost 5 years. It is so long. It's crazy. Like, I don't really understand it. I mean, I do on some level, but my lord. So we need 7 beds. And the reason I'm doing animal beds is so that I can do surgery, which won't fail. So let's put them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And roof it up. And stick a little torch lamp so that we can do the surgery without, you know, the oops, I snipped you again type stuff. Not too bad. So current priority right now is prep the animals for travel. Why don't we... Oh, are we out of cloth? Yeah, we're out of cloth. Wow, okay. I was like, why aren't we making more mana weave? But we have no more cotton. I'm not planting cotton right now, so that I guess that makes sense. Well, Tal, you can keep trying to recruit Guero. Oh, no interaction kind of makes that tough. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's try that again. Recruit Guero, you know, by actually interacting with him and not neglecting him. And there, he's rejoined. Guero had like a crisis of faith, but he's back into the fold. Which is good. Because, you know, who else keeps the lights on? Or, yeah, literally keeps the lights on. So the little surgery nook is all set for when J-Fry and Crimson get home. I don't really care about the quality of the beds, just that they exist. Because surgery on the ground doesn't work really well at all. And now our prison is mostly just a surgical theater of prisoners that we cut up into little bits and parts. And I'm glad I went to another map tile, because if you look at the wild animals here, it has not replenished to the point where we'd be able to tame on this home tile. That would have remained a problem. I wouldn't mind doing some wild harvest, especially with all the idle mages that have plant work. Just gathering as much berries as we can to bring berries with us for the alpaca, so that they can be fed as well. Almost got friendly fire there. And let's go ahead and decide we're just going to sterilize the females. It would have been easier to sterilize the males, there were fewer of them, but whatever. We got plenty of heal root, and that's not too much of a problem. So once the anesthesia wears off in 2 days, we can set out. And I might also want to bring Guero with me, as he is... how much mana does this cost? 45? Yeah, he has enough mana for it. To be able to, like, portal around would be infinitely better than walking. I seem to be missing some alpaca. Oh, because they're up. They're the males that didn't require sterilization. Got it. Okay. Well, we have our alpaca pack. What is the plural noun for alpaca? It is a... No, like the group noun, not the plural noun. Group noun for alpaca. A herd. Oh, that's boring. Come on. Got to be better than that. The collective noun. Man, that is really disappointing. Could have been a pack. Been so much better. Although they're not pack animals, so maybe it'd just be confusing. Alright, we're just waiting for the alpaca to be fully mobile again. We could actually go even when they're like partially anesthetized. I don't think that would be... What the hell? Bird leather from the sky. Alright. Gift from bird culture. Oh, and I guess Guero's not done being a pain in the butt. That's a bold move, dude. You just got out of prison for being a pain in the butt. So, what you're trying to tell me is that I should regret that choice, and you should go back. Oh, and now you're inspired. You slung enough insults that you're like, oh yeah, I can put that creative use of language insulting Hambic and Rogi to good use. In fact, what did you say? You compared Rogi to a demon and a donkey. You called him a donkey demon. Okay. Did you say anything to Hambic? I'm sort of curious if you got better at it. No, you didn't. Okay. Well, donkey demon. Donkey demon Rogi. And this, of course, hurt Rogi's feelings because he's just as soft as Guero is. Wow, you hate... Wait, this is the weirdest love-hate relationship I've ever seen. Guero loves you? Like, a lot. Like, you've built up 45x rapport with... What the hell? And you... I am so confused by your relationship. So you adore Rogi as your little beast panda donkey demon, apparently. I missed some of the social. A beast panda donkey demon. And Rogi hates your guts. Rogi would like to see you die, and you would like to marry Rogi. This is a very healthy relationship. I'm sure Freud would love to pick that apart. So I may not wait for the anesthesia. Like, as long as it's wearing off, that's only a movement penalty of like 5% or something. What's the functional percentage there? So we're moving it 15% slower. I mean, that's whatever. That's fine. A slow march. Sounds fairly reasonable to me. So we'll start to go on a slow march. So here it is daybreak. Let's pack up. We're headed to Ankleworth. So Guero, Stickiest, Crimson, Bergen, Madsy, Tal, Turnip. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I intended to bring one more person. Is Galdir? No. Hambic? No, that'll work. And now we have like double the carry weight. Maybe we'll bring Dreyfride too. So 8. Where's the bedrolls? Bedrolls. Oh, travel supplies, right. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Bring some extra medicine, just in case. 14 days of food. That's sounds pretty good. We'll also bring some kibble with us. Because, I don't know, the alpaca might eat it. Bring some extra mana potions. I don't actually have a lot of spare recreation stuff. I mean, we have ambrosia currently growing, but it's not ready yet. And I don't have any, like, tea or beer, because we've been bad at that. So, that's fine. And this will work. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, I hear some mentoring going on. Ah, Crimson, you mentor in Burgon right before we leave. This should be fun.
Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Corsairs.